Good morning. Welcome you to state level lecture of geometry class 10 conducted by Bru Mumbai Municipal Corporation of India. Presented by Sujata Nitram Verma from Kolaba Municipal Secondary School. So in yesterday topic, we discussed all the MCQs of your syllabus and today we revise all the chapters, which point you have to remember and which type of question can be asked from each chapter. So today we revise all the 6 chapters. Okay. Now discussion of topic related to examination. Today we discuss the topics related to examination point of view. So first chapter is similarity. The session required for this chapter is 5. Okay. Now see the points which we have to remember. So first, all the object that looks same in all respect except for their size, such objects are called as similar objects. So two triangles are said to be similar. When we say that two triangles are similar, if their corresponding angles are equal and their sides are in proportion. See in the figure, there are various diagrams. So first, see these two figures looks similar. Okay, so when we say that it looks similar, yes, look similar in all respect except for their size. Okay, and when we say two triangles are similar if their corresponding angles are equal and their sides are in proportion. Now the next topic is ratio of area of two triangles. So for this we learned one theorem which is very important for 3 marks, that is the ratio of area of two triangles. So in this, we learn two conditions. If the height of the both triangles are equal, if heights are equal, then we apply the formula area of triangle A1, ratio of area of triangle A1 to the area of triangle 2 equal to B1 by B2. If heights are equal, then we apply the formula B1 by B2. And second condition, if the bases of both the triangles are equal, then we apply the condition area equal to ratio of the areas of two triangles equal to H1 by H2. Okay, remember this point. And if both heights and base of the triangles are equal, then H1 B1 by H2 B2. But heights are and both height and base are equal, then cancel it. Then we get ratio of area of two triangles is equal to 1. Okay. Now, BPT theorem, basic proportionality theorem. If a line parallel to the side of a triangle intersect the remaining side in two distinct points, then we say that the lines divide the sides in the same ratio. So in the figure, triangle ABC, line L is parallel to BC. Then we apply the BPT theorem here. Then AP by BP is equal to AQ by QC. Next is the converse of BPT theorem. If their ratios ratio of the sides are in proportion, then if their sides are in proportion, then we say that the line is parallel to the L is parallel to BC. It's converse of BPT. Okay. Now next, test of similarity of triangles. So here we discuss 3 tests: AA test, SAS test, and triple S test. So AA test, two angles are congruent, and in SAS test, two sides are congruent and one angle are equal. Then we say that the two triangles are similar by SAS test. And triple S test means, see in the figure, there are two triangles PQR and XYZ. So PQ is equal to YZ, PR is equal to XZ, and QR is equal to XY. Means in this, there correspond for a given correspondence of vertex of two triangles, when three sides of a triangles are in proportion corresponding to three sides of another triangle, then we say that two triangles are similar by SAS test. Okay, so here we discuss two topics. First one is the area of two similar triangle. Second one is the test of the similarity, and the third topic, that is the theorem of area of similar triangles. So when we say when two triangles are similar, the ratio of area of their triangles is equal to the ratio of the square of their corresponding sides. So see, ABC is similar to PQR. So we find the ratio of their area, that is area of triangle 1 to ratio of the area of triangle first to the second is equal to S1 square by S2 square. Okay, so S1 and S2 indicate here sides of the triangle. The part omitted from your syllabus for this year, that is the property of an angle bisector of a triangle and the property of three parallel lines and their transversal. So these two topics are omitted from your syllabus. So in this chapter, you have to learn only three topics: area of two similar triangle, test of proportion, test of similarity, and third one is the area of ratio of two similar triangle, ratio of area of two similar triangle. And type of question which can be asked for 1 marks, like MCQ type question, or in question number 1B, two-step solution answers, like in the given figure, BC perpendicular to AB and AD is perpendicular to AB. So BC is equal to 4 and AD is equal to 8. So you have to find the ratio of the area of triangle. Okay. So here height is common. Then we take, base is common. So we take height BC by AD. Second question, same here. Two triangles are similar. Area is given. So you have to find AB by BQ. So we apply here the area of ratio of area of two similar triangle AB square by PQ square. Type of question which can be asked for 2 marks. For 2 marks, here ratios are given and one side is given. You have to find the another corresponding sides of bigger triangle. Second question, say AC and BD bisect each other at point P and AP by CP is equal to BP by DC. So prove that theorem. So you construct here and then show that this, so in this they bisect each other, that means AP is equal to CP, BP is equal to PD and APB is equal to DPC, vertical opposite angle. So these two triangles are similar by SAS test. Okay. So such type of question can be asked for 1 or 2 marks. And here we discuss the question asked for 3 marks. For 3 marks, activity based type question. Here some boxes are given. You have to fill these boxes. So first, see, in this question can be asked in question number 3A. Complete and write the following activity. So in the given figure, X is the point of the interior of the triangle. X is joined to the vertices. Okay. So in triangle XDE, PQ is, yes, PQ is parallel to DE. Okay. PQ is parallel to DE. Then apply BPT theorem here. So XP by PD is equal to XQ. In first box, we write XQ by QE. Okay. Now apply again here. XQ is parallel to, yes, XQ is, sorry, QR is parallel to EF. Okay. Then again apply XQ is equal to QE. Here in second box QE and in third box RF. So in such way we write here, we complete the boxes and you will get half marks for each box. Okay. So this type of question can be asked for 3 marks. Again, point S is the midpoint of side QR. PQ is equal to 11, PR is equal to 17, PS is equal to 13, find QR. And the question which can be asked for 4 marks, trapezium type questions. This one is very important question. Mostly time this question can be asked. PQ parallel to SR and AR is equal to 5 times PS, AP, AS is equal to, so you have to show that SR is equal to 5 times PQ. Okay. And the second question, again, this type of question can be asked for 4 marks. Now, second chapter, we discuss the second chapter, that is the Pythagoras theorem. Okay. Again, this is very simple chapter. So in this chapter, first we see the theorem, that is the Pythagoras theorem. Okay. For Pythagoras theorem, we construct a triangle, that is a right angle triangle. So if we construct triangle PQR and Q is equal to 90 degree, then opposite side, hypotenuse side, side opposite to 90 degree is always called as hypotenuse side. So hypotenuse side is square is equal to one side square plus other side square. Okay. And second topic is Pythagorean triplet. So for Pythagorean triplet, we show that if the square of the largest number is equal to the square of the remaining sum of the square of the remaining two number, then the given triplet is Pythagorean triplet. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, largest one is 5. First you have to find the square of the largest number, that is 25, and then sum this sum the square of the remaining two numbers, so you get 25. Then we say that 3, 4, 5 is a Pythagorean triplet. Okay, third topic, property of 30, 60, 90 triangle and property of 45, 45, 90 triangle. So in this, side opposite to 30 is always half of hypotenuse, and side opposite to 60 degree is equal to root 3 by 2 times the hypotenuse. And in case of 45, 45, 90 triangle, side opposite to 45 degree is equal to 1 by root 2 times the hypotenuse. Then next is similarity and right angle triangle. If altitude is drawn to the hypotenuse, then the two triangles form are similar to the original triangle to each other. So in this topic, first we draw the right angle triangle, then we draw perpendicular, or we say that altitude the hypotenuse, then we say that the two triangles are formed, that two triangles are similar to the original one. Next important part is theorem of geometric mean. So in this, we draw the perpendicular on the hypotenuse, then we get the geometric mean is the geometric mean of the segments into which the hypotenuse is divided. Now next, converse of Pythagoras theorem. The square of one side is equal to the sum of the square of the remaining side. Then the triangle is right angle triangle. So in this chapter, we learn first part, that is the Pythagoras theorem. Second is Pythagorean triplet. Third one is the properties 30, 60, 90 and 45, 45, 90. And then we discuss geometric mean theorem. And the part which is omitted from your syllabus for this year, that is application of Pythagoras theorem and Apollonius theorem. These two portions are omitted. Okay. Then we discuss which type of question can be asked for 1 or 2 marks. For 1 mark, in question number 1b, is 5, 5, 2 a Pythagorean triplet? So apply the condition. Second question, find a diagonal of a square whose sides is given. And the question which can be asked for 2 marks. For finding AB and BC with the help of information given, so complete the activity. So your activity is given first. Okay, so here we apply 45, 45, 90 theorem. So as we know that side opposite to 45 degrees equal to 1 by root 2 times the hypotenuse. Then substitute all the values. Okay. Second question, in the given figure, angle NP is equal to 90 degree. Say NQ is perpendicular to MP. Okay, MQ is given, then apply. NQ is equal to MQ, NQ square is equal to MQ into QP, that is, geometric mean theorem. Then the types of questions which can be asked for 3 marks. M is the midpoint, okay, and triangle PRQ is 90 degree. Here angle R is 90 degree. Then prove that PQ square is equal to 4 times. See in the figure, PRQ is equal to 90 degree. Yes, and M is the midpoint. That means RM is equal to MQ. So first you have to take triangle PRM and then PRQ and prove the given type of questions which can be asked for 4 marks. So for 4 marks, word problem type of question can be asked. That is, the wall of two buildings are given. Okay, that is parallel to each other. Then ladder height is given. Okay, shadow like type question can be asked for 4 marks. Now third chapter, that is the circle, which is very important, and the weightage is 12 marks. Session required for this chapter is 7. Okay, and topics, a tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the radius at the point of contact. Okay, so in this chapter the following points are very important. A line perpendicular to a radius at its point on the circle is a tangent to the circle. So tangent segment drawn from an external point to a circle are congruent. And if the two circles touch each other, there are two conditions. If the circle touches internally and if the circle touches externally. So their point of contact lies on the line joining their center. Next part is the two arcs are congruent if their measures and radius are equal. Okay, and the chords corresponding to congruent arc of a circle are congruent. So here one by one we discuss all these topics. Now first part is, that is the what is meant by inscribed angle. So angle formed in the interior of a circle when two seconds line intersect on the circle is called as inscribed angle. Now next is the intercepted arc. What is meant by intercepted arc? The arc which is formed when one or two different chords or line segment cut across the circle and meet at a common vertex, common point, that is called as vertex. So that's such type of arc is called as intercepted arc. Okay, and the measure of inscribed, that is very important point. The measure of an inscribed angle is always half of the measure of the intercepted arc. Means inscribed angle is half of intercepted arc. So angle inscribed in same arc are congruent. Means if the arc are equal, then the angle inscribed are always congruent. Angle inscribed in a semicircle is a right angle triangle. Semicircle means the measure of all circle is 360 and half part, that is 180, is called as a semicircle. If all the vertices of a quadrilateral lie on the same circle, then it is called as a cyclic quadrilateral. Means on if the 4 points lie on the same circle, and when we join this all 4 points and it makes a quadrilateral, then it is called as a cyclic quadrilateral. Okay. Now next is the if the pair of opposite angles of a quadrilateral are supplementary. Supplementary means 180 and complementary 90. So if the opposite angles of a quadrilateral is supplementary, it means if we draw A, P, C, D and the angles, opposite angle is B and D or A and C. So if opposite angles is supplementary, means 90 plus 90, or so when then we say that it is a cyclic quadrilateral. If 2 points on a given line subtend equal angle at two distinct points which lie on the same side of a line, then the 4 points are cyclic. Then the part which is omitted from your syllabus from this chapter, that is the theorem of angle between tangent and secant. This part is omitted. Tangent secant segment theorem is also omitted. Theorem of internal division of chord, theorem of external division of chord. These 4 theorems are omitted. So in this chapter, you have to revise only cyclic quadrilateral theorem and tangent segment theorem. Only 2 theorems are important. And the type of question which can be asked for 1 marks. See in the question, quadrilateral ABCD is cyclic. If B is 110, then find the measure of D. Okay, so opposite angle supplementary, then 110, then 180 minus 110, that is equal to 70 degree. Two circles of radius 5.5 centimeter and 3.3 centimeter touches externally. Okay, what is the distance between there? So in previous lecture we already discussed, if two circle touches internally, then we subtract the radii, and if the two circle touches externally, then we add their radii. Means here touches externally, then we add 5.5 plus 3.3, that is equal to 8.8 centimeter. Okay, such type of question can be asked for 1 mark. And the type of question which can be asked for 2 marks. For 2 marks, see in the question number first, in the figure given above, O is the center of the circle. Yes, O is the center of the circle. And using the given information, complete the following table. So first you have to find the minor arc and major arc. See in the figure, AX with the minor arc and AY with the major arc. And major angle, here is the inscribed angle and here is the intercepted arc. So already we discussed it. This becomes half, and then we get 50, and then subtract 360 minus 50, then we get 310. So in this way, we find the minor and major arc. Okay. In the figure given above, M is the center of the circle and say KL is the tangent segment. L is the point of contact. Here values is given MK. See in the figure. Yes. M is the center of the circle. KL is the tangent. And L is the point of contact. Okay. L is the point which touches the circle at point L. MK is given. MK any radius is given. KL is given 6√3. Then find the radii. So first apply the Pythagoras theorem here. Then this one is 90 degree. So MK square is equal to ML square plus KL square. Then easily you get ML, that is the radii of the circle. The question which can be asked for 3 marks. Prove that tangent segment drawn from external point to the circle are congruent. External point. Complete the following activity. Okay. And for 4 mark question, 2 circles are given having center A and B respectively. They touches each other at point E. Okay. And line L. Line L is a common tangent which touches the circle at C and D respectively. Find the length of the CD. CD ka length find out karna hai. Now you have to do one construction here. First you join A to C, B to D and join this. Then show that these two triangles, here is the angle C is 90 degree, D is 90 degree. Then easily you find the CD length. Okay. Now the next chapter, that is the geometric construction. Easy, simple and scoring chapter. Okay. In this chapter, there are 2 parts, part A and part B. So part A, we construct a similar triangle, and part B, we construct a tangent to the circle. So already we discussed what is meant by similar triangle. When we say that 2 triangles are similar, if their corresponding angles are congruent and their corresponding sides are in proportion. Okay. So steps for construction. First, you have to read the question carefully. Then try to draw the rough figure, that is freehand figure. Then find the corresponding sides from the given data. And finally construct the triangle. So see here for part A. In part A, we require 2 conditions. First one is the vertex different and second one is the vertex same. So see in the figure, A, B, C and D, E, F, 2 triangles are similar, but vertexes are different. So according to this, AB by DE is equal to BC by EF is equal to AC by DE. So if AB by DE, any ratio is given, okay, any side corresponding side ratio is given, then that is equal to all 3 sides, ratio of the all 3 sides. Okay. And in case of vertex same, here A is the common vertex. So here we have ABC similar to ADE. So in this case, we write here AB by AD, AC by AE and BC by DE. So if AB by AD is 5:3, then we write AB by AD, BC by DE, AC by EE is equal to 5:3. Okay. So first we construct one, see in the question, 2 triangles are similar. AB is given, BC is given, CA is given, construct the triangle. Okay. And any one ratio is given. So first we draw the rough figure. These 2 triangles are similar. So where we write ABC and LMN. Then one by one we find the corresponding sides. From these 2 triangles are similar, and then by congruent side of similar triangle, AB by LM is equal to BC by MN is equal to, yes, BC by LM is equal to CA by LN. Okay. And this ratio is equal to 5:4. So take 5.5 by LM is equal to 5/4. Then find LN. So here we write LN is equal to 4.4. Okay. Similarly, we find MN and then we find LN. Okay. So it's very simple. First you draw a line segment BC of 6 centimeter. Then take B as center and make an arc of 5.5, and from C make an arc of 4.5. Then you get a point of common point here. name it as A and join A to B and B to C, B to A to C. Okay. Similarly, you construct LML. Okay. Now, second question. In this question, here vertex is same, that is R. For this question, first you draw the line segment of 5.4 centimeter, then make a acute angle above and below, like 30, 40, okay, above the line segment and below the line segment. Then here the ratio is given 3:4. Then largest one is the 4. Then make 4 arc below on the below line, name it as R1, R2, R3, R4. Then here we have to construct third one, that is R3. Then we make an arc, okay, and then we construct it as, we get point of contact here, then join it. So in this way we construct the similar triangle. Then part B, construction of tangent to the circle. In this two conditions are there: point on the circle and from a point outside the circle. So point on the circle, that is using center, and without using center. Let's discuss one by one. Tangent to a circle. So for tangent to the circle, we draw by using the center P. First we draw 3.2 centimeter circle. M is the point, okay, and take it as a center and make arc on both sides. Then make arc above and below the line and join. Second one is the without using the center. Okay, in this case, we draw the triangle on the inside the circle, and then we take A as a common point, then make R which touches the side AB and AC at P and Q respectively. Then join it. Again, similar, take same distance, put at K, make a arc. So you get point R and S. Then join K to R. Okay. And the third part, that is the here we take two chords here, and outside the center, first we take the midpoint here, and we get M is the midpoint. Then take it as center point and make arc on both sides. In this way, we construct a tangent to the circle. Okay. Now next chapter, that is, the question which can be asked for 3 marks. From this chapter, 3 marks or 4 marks type question can be asked. Okay. And nothing is omitted from your syllabus from this chapter. Now next, that is the coordinate geometry. Okay. So important formulas. First one is the distance formula. Remember this formula, practice it. X under root x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. Section formula, midpoint formula, and centroid formula. Total 4 formulas are there. And the part is omitted, that is the third part, that is the slope of the line. Okay. Type of question which can be asked for 1 mark. For 1 mark question, find the distance between each of the following pair of points. So here 2 points are given, A and B. Take it A point take as x1, y1, and B point as x2, y2. Then apply the distance formula. That is, distance of AB is equal to under root x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. Okay, now type of question which can be asked for 2 marks. 2 mark question. Find the point on the x which is equidistant. So here is the equidistance. So for this, take x, a point P, which coordinate is x and y coordinate is 0. Then first we write here. See, I will explain this question. Okay. See this one. Here is the point P which lies on the x-axis, and here is point A, and here is point B. Okay, and this distance is equal. So first we write here PA is equal to PB. Okay, so P coordinate is x comma 0. So apply distance formula on PA and then PB. Okay, from this you get x value, and that x value is the coordinate of. Okay, now next, find the coordinate of the midpoint. Simple question. Midpoint, So for consider that one is the A point and B point. Here A and B and P is the midpoint. So directly you find 22 plus 0. 22 plus 0 divided by 2, that is 11. And for Q, 20 plus 16 divided by 2, 36 by 2, that is equal to 80. So point P coordinate is 11, 18. Okay, such type of question can be asked for 2 marks. Now second and the last chapter, that is for 3 mark question. Yes, this is omitted. Slope of the line. Verify that these points are the vertices of right angle triangle. So it's very simple. We draw the rough diagram here first. Take it as PQR. So P point is given, Q point is given. First you have to find PQ, QR and PR by using distance formula. Suppose if you get PQ is equal to 3, QR is equal to 4 and PR is equal to 5. Then we take 5 square is equal to 25 and 3 square plus 4 square, that is equal to again 25. Then in this case we say that PQR are the vertices of the right angle. Okay, and for 4 mark question, AB is given. Find the coordinates of point which divide segment into 4 equal parts. So for this question, you draw AB, which divides into 4 equal parts. Take it as P, Q, R. Okay, 1 part, 2 part, 3 part, and 4 part. Okay, for 4 part, Q is the midpoint. If you have the coordinate of A and B, then easily you find the coordinates of Q. Okay, here the word is equal part. So from this, you find Q. Easily you find minus 14 plus 6 and minus 6. Oh, sorry, minus 8 divided by 2, that is minus 4. And minus 10 minus 2 minus 12 divided by 2 is minus 6. So you get coordinate of Q. And here is coordinate of A is minus 14 comma minus 10. Then again P is the midpoint of AQ. Again apply midpoint formula here. Then you get coordinates of P. Similarly, you can also find the coordinates of R. Simple question for 4 marks. Now the last chapter, that is the trigonometry. Okay, so trigonometry, there are 2 exercises, but last exercise that is omitted, that is applications of trigonometry. So first, what points we have to learn from this chapter, that is the trigonometric ratio, trigonometric identities, and the part omitted from this from your syllabus is application of trigonometry and word problem. Okay, 7th chapter is also omitted. So see, first, that is sochato, that is, see here, S sine, C cos, T tan. Okay, so we find sine is the ratio of opposite side to the hypotenuse. Cos is the ratio of adjacent side to the hypotenuse, and tan is the ratio of opposite side to the adjacent side. So remember this thing, sine is the ratio of opposite to the hypotenuse, cos is the ratio of adjacent to the hypotenuse, and tan is the ratio of opposite to the adjacent side. Okay, now here find sine of an acute angle. Sine of the here is triangle ABC. Okay, so see in the figure, ABC is the triangle. Then we find sine of A, that is length of side opposite to the length of the hypotenuse side. So this one is the adjacent side, opposite side, and hypotenuse side. So from this we find sine A is equal to opposite upon hypotenuse. So opposite side is A to the hypotenuse C. So here we write A by C simply. Okay. So sine is the ratio of opposite length of opposite side to the hypotenuse. Okay. So from this we get A by C. Now second, cosine of an acute angle. Cosine of an acute angle, again we draw triangle. Okay, so cosine is the ratio of side adjacent length of adjacent side to the length of hypotenuse. So adjacent side of this is B. So here we write B by C. So cos A is equal to B by C. Then we find tangent of acute angle, that is called as tan. We draw triangle ABC. Okay, and the side opposite to A is small a. Opposite side adjacent to A is angle A is B, and adjacent hypotenuse side is C. Okay, so first we write the formula. Tan is equal to side ratio of side opposite to the adjacent side. So here opposite side is A, adjacent side is B. So here we write A by B. Okay, so yeah, let's sine is opposite to the hypotenuse, cos is adjacent to the hypotenuse, tan is opposite to the hypotenuse. Okay, so remember this technique. Here, important part, that is the, remember these values, angles. There are, here we see angle 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90 degree. Okay, so remember 0 for 0 for 0, 0 value for 31, 45 to 63 and 4. Remember this thing and divide all this by 4. So 0 divided by 4, 1 divided by 4, 2 divided by 4, 3 divided by 4 and 4 divided by 4. So 0 divided by 4, that is 0, 1 divided by 4 as it is. Here 2 ones are 2 twos are get cancelled. So we get 1 by 2 and 3 by 4 as it is, and 4 by 4, 1. Okay, so from this take the square root of this. So root 0, that is 0. Root 1 by 4 is 1 by 2. Here we write root 1 by 2. So root 1 is 1 and root 2 as it is. Root 3 as it is. Root of 4 is 2 and root 1 is 1. So in this way we derive our table. Okay, trigonometric ratio of the angles. So first we get sine 0, 0, sine 30, 1 by 2, sine 45, 1 by root 2, sine 60, root 3 by 2, and sine 90, 1. Then take it as 1 here. Okay, 1 here, root 3 by 2 here, 1 by root 2 as it is, 1 by 2 here, and 0 here. Then from this we get cos value, and then find tan. Tan is the ratio of sine to the cos. So 0 by 1 is 0. 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2. 2 get cancelled. So we get 1 by root 3. 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2 cancel 1. Root 3 by 2, 2 get cancelled, root 3, and not defined, that is infinity. Okay, so the values which we can found out with use of your left hand also. Okay, from this. Now here is the table. Remember this table. Now, important trigonometric identities. There are 3 important trigonometric identities, that is sine square plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Next one is 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta, and 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. ABC is a right angle triangle. B is 90 degree. This one is hypotenuse side, opposite side of theta, and adjacent side of theta. So apply Pythagoras theorem here. Then we divide this condition, equation 1 by AC square. So we get AC square by AC square 1, and here BC square by AC square. So apply here, see, BC is the opposite of theta. So we write here BC by AC, that is sine square theta, and AB by AC cos square theta. So we get first identities, then we divide this condition by sine square theta. So sine square theta by sine square theta, 1, and sine cos by sine is cot, and 1 by sine is cosec. Okay. So in this way, we derive here 3 identities. Okay. And remember one thing, here we see 3 trigonometric ratio and sine, cos, and tan. Okay. And reciprocal of 1 by cosec, here 1 by sec, remember this ratio, and 1 by cot. Okay. Also you write cosec is the ratio reciprocal of 1 by sine, sec is the reciprocal of 1 by cos, and tan is the reciprocal of 1 by cot. So its value also changes. Here sine is opposite to the hypotenuse. So cosec is hypotenuse to the opposite. Cos is the ratio of adjacent to the hypotenuse. So sec is the ratio of hypotenuse to the adjacent. And for cot, we find here, yes, for cot, it is the ratio of adjacent to the hypotenuse. And also remember, tan is equal to sine by cos, and cot is equal to cos by sine. Okay, remember these ratios. And the type of questions that can be asked from this chapter. For 1 mark, tan theta is given, find the value of sec theta, then apply the identity, that is 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. Okay. Now next, for 2 mark questions, here you have to fill the boxes. 25 by, here we get square, then here is power 2, then take it as -1, cross multiply it. Okay, 49 divided by 49, then subtract it. So you will get your final answer. So such type of question can be asked for 2 marks. Cot theta is given, find the value of cosec and sine. So for this, first you have to find the cosec theta, then apply the trigonometric identity. 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. Yes, substitute here 40 by 9 square. From this you get cosec theta value, and cosec is the reciprocal of sine theta. So reciprocal it, you will get sine theta. So such type of question can be asked for 2 marks. For 3 marks, tan theta is given, find the value of this. For this, first see, tan theta is given, then here we require sine theta, cos theta, sec theta, cosec theta, and this question can ask for 3 marks. So first you find sine value, cos value. Okay, then how we will find? 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. From this you find sec value. From sec value you find cos. Okay, if you know cos and tan, then easily you find sine, and sine reciprocal is cosec. So if you get sine, cos, sec, cosec value, substitute all values in this, so you get final answer. Okay, here sine plus sine square theta. So take the square root, okay, whole square, and then you show the given condition. And for 4 marks question, prove that. For 4 mark question, you have to prove that is LHS is equal to RHS. First you consider LHS side, solve it, and then automatically you get your RHS side. Okay, so thank you students. In next lecture we discuss all the activities. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.